One of the basic building blocks of narrative writing is dialogue, the conversation between characters. To use dialogue effectively, you need to write engaging dialogue, punctuate that dialogue correctly, and paragraph dialogue to help your reader understand who's talking. Let's remember that we use punctuation and paragraphing to help your reader read fluently and with expression. For the reader to be able to hear the characters' voices in her head, the reader needs to know who's saying what and when their words begin and end. In a cartoon or graphic novel, the speech bubbles tell you who's talking. In written text, quotation marks do the job of speech bubbles. So rule number 1 is put the exact words of the speaker in quotation marks. Include the capital letters and end punctuation exactly as they are in the speech bubble. This means that the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with an end punctuation mark like a period, question mark, or exclamation point, and that the punctuation goes inside or before the quotation marks. Right now, our text version doesn't show us who's saying the words, but there is a clue in the graphic novel about who's speaking. It's that little extension of the speech bubble that points to the speaker. It's kind of like a tag. It tags the speaker. We can also add a tag to our all text version. We can say, Jeremy grumbled. That phrase, Jeremy grumbled, is called the speaker tag or the dialogue tag. So rule number 3 is there's a comma after the tag when the tag comes before or in front of the quotation. Jeremy grumbled, comma, I really not need to stop bringing so many books home at once. Or his dad asked, why does your back hurt? Jeremy replied, comma, kinda. Now there's no tag on the third panel because after kinda ... Jeremy is still the one speaking. There's no quotation marks before plus or after kinda because really this sentence just kind of continues. Kinda plus the right side of my desk just capped off. And so the rule number 3 is speaker tag, comma, when the speaker tag comes before the quoted words. All right, rule 4 is about paragraphing, not punctuation. Rule 4 is new speaker, new paragraph. That means make a new paragraph each time the speaker switches. Note that this is a little different from our graphic novel. In the middle panel here, both Jeremy and his dad have a line of dialogue. But in the written version, the dad's words are all on one line, and there's a new paragraph for Jeremy's words, even though they're on 2 different panels in the graphic novel. Jeremy's words are all on the same line in the written text. Let's look at a different text to see why this is a good idea. Here's a passage from the lovely book Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. One of the main characters, Peter, has gone to live with his grandfather in a new town. Peter has been watching some kids his age practice baseball. In this scene, practice is winding down and Peter's going to interact with one of the players. Peter picked up a couple of balls and handed them over. Hey. The boy took the balls with a cautious smile. Hey. Nice play. That last liner? That ball had hair. The boy looked away and scuffed at the dirt, but Peter could see he was pleased. Yeah, well, the first baseman made it look cleaner than it was. Nah, you planted that ball. Your first baseman would be lucky to catch a cold by himself. No offense. The boy gave Peter a real grin. Yeah, Coach's nephew. You play? Peter nodded. Center field. You new here? Okay, were you able to follow this conversation? Did you know who was talking? Note there's no dialogue tags. It never said, Peter said, or the boy said. So how did you know who was talking? It's because they traded lines back and forth. And every time there's a new speaker took over, there's a new paragraph. There's a new line for each speaker. Even when there are dialogue tags, you should do this. New speaker, new paragraph. Look through the books you're reading for your independent reading and look at the dialogue. Do you see them doing that? I'm sure you do. All right, Ravens, today we've been working on punctuating dialogue and paragraphing dialogue. You should put your dialogue rules and hints chart in your writing and craft section of your notebook, and then return to the Schoology page for some opportunities to practice and show what you know and use these skills to create amazing narratives. I look forward to reading them.